just make it a little bit thinner, okay, all together. It's just not absolutely necessary to have it quite that large. Okay. There we go. And we'll fix that center line here in just a little while. Okay, so we're still having some issues with how many edges we can put in here. And so I'm going to add one more loop right up there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll try to get the rest of this in here. So Control right click polydraw. Let me go ahead and extend across to here. And then in this lesson, we're going to finish the main part of the coat. All right, so we're going to finish up the front and the back part of the main portion of the coat, and then we'll move on to the sleeve after that. So on this, we want to go ahead and just start getting that geometry in there. So let's go ahead and start extruding out some edges. So I'm just going to hold down Alt and just pulling these loops down and just placing them across the body here. And then let's go ahead and actually bridge across from here to here. Looks like it's not wanting to bridge for some reason. There we go. Bridge that there. Actually, let's go back one. I need another loop right in here. I can already tell. Yep. So right click Control Swift Loop, and let's add one right there, holding down Shift to do that. And then right click with Control held down, polydraw extend, and then we'll go ahead and we'll bridge across here to here. And it looks like I accidentally took that loop out. Trying to hit Control Z. Sorry about that. I'm not really sure why it's not wanting to go across. There we go. Sometimes, you know, with the sleeve and things like that, you can get things in the way. You always want to check in case you've done anything and you think that it's kind of messed up. You want to check your wireframe and check and make sure you haven't added any extra polygons that weren't absolutely necessary. You didn't mean to lay down there, so just be careful. All right, so let's go ahead and start bringing these points out a little bit. And then we'll just continue across, pulling all of those out. And then we'll bridge across there. Okay, so doing pretty good. We just want to continue all of this, trying to add as much information as possible. And again, I'm not worried about the ridges or anything like that in the coat. Those aren't really that big of an issue. Those will bake out in the normal map. Let's actually back up real quick, Control right click and add a Swift Loop. Let's try that one more time. Swift Loop. And then Control right click, polydraw extend. And then we'll extend across there. There we go. And I just want to just kind of even this out. Now some of this topology is getting a little out of hand. We're getting some segments that are really long and skinny, and that can create some problems in our polygons. Even though we want to try to cover as much as possible, we still want to stay consistent with the size of that, so that way it allows it to deform properly. And that's one of the challenges that we have with this kind of coat. It has lots of different uneven surfaces, and so even using this method of retopologizing can create some issues. Go ahead and cut across there. And so we may want to come in and just try to relax this a little bit. All right, so at this point, I'm going to go ahead and hold down Alt, and I'm going to start tracing out the loop that goes across the bottom of the coat. So that way I can add this in